This episode of The General's Gentleman is sponsored by Ashes of the Singularity. Take control of epic battles in a massive scale RTS where you control thousands of units. With up to 14 players per game, it's the biggest RTS to date.
Welcome to The General's Gentleman.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 0 Hours. Today we have Fargo as our China Infantry.
And Hawky as the China tank. It's been a while since we've casted Hawky. He used to be one of the top players a couple of years ago. Nice to see him back in the front lines, in the trenches of Dortmund Desert. I guess you could call this a trench.
Yeah.
It is a very wide trench.
I mean, sure.
With a city inside it. Or town, I suppose.
Yeah. Still call it a trench. I mean, there are trenches in like the Pacific Ocean that are massive and like go for hundreds of, lots of kilometers, big distances.
There's something a little bit concerning about this city. There's no agriculture. I don't see any food. I don't see any schools.
Forklift.
And the only public transport they have are these little ghetto cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I don't know
why
how
do
they
they
get
have
along.
a forklift?
Yeah.
Like what does he lift?
I'm thinking more or less a school, like more of a mining town. I don't know. It's weird though. They have like kind of two Big Ben style clock towers and. No,
Big Ben style.
Oh, okay. Just large. I guess.
Why
I
would
don't know
you?
what you call that? Would you live in that? I mean, they don't really watch towers.
Well, why would you go travel to London to see the Big Ben when you can just play some Zero Hour?
Go to Tournament Desert, man.
Anyway, we're gonna have a China mirror of a kind. It's China tank, the China imp.
Okay.
You don't have
I'll roll. It's just China. Hawky's opener, man. There are some issues with going War Factory, Airfield, Barracks, even with a CC cell. I mean, that's going to really delay some of his production for a while. That could be dangerous.
Yes, but the MiGs are going to completely shut down these outposts.
Yeah.
The problem is, though, is they won't shut down. I guess they would Dragon tanks. I think if you have two, it will kill it.
We're about to find
Oh,
out.
okay, no, it's fine.
Yeah. It's all good.
So what this does is it limits the outpost aggression. Fargo, he can't push out unless he has a lot of minigunners, and he needs to have them evac'd. Just charging them in like this isn't going to really do much unless he coordinates it. So the MiG strike is delayed, but this is nice. He's actually evac'ing out his RPGs here, so you won't lose all of it.
An early assault troop crawler can completely shut this down, but I mean only after you see the MiGs if we do actually see him go for it. Solid evacs coming in from Fargo. You're getting a lot of these tank hunters on the ground. Nice. Might actually should be able to take out this Gat.
Didn't have the horde bonus there, so he didn't get that. Or we got it now, but after losing all his infantry. And I'm a little bit triggered by this name because his name is actually Fargo, but it's definitely spelt Fargo. So.
Oh right, yeah, Fargo. Yeah, right, yeah. I didn't put two and two together, but yeah, you're right.
And I guess whenever I hear when I hear Fargo, I think of Grey Goo, which was a game that I hated very much because I thought it was awful. So anyway, I'm gonna call him Fargo.
I'm gonna call him Fargo. He should suffer for his for what he's done here. Yeah, trucks are gonna be denied. A good push on the side by Fargo. Be taking out both of those.
I get triggered pretty easily. You know that, Blake.
Oh, I know that. I'm well
a
aware.
very sensitive man.
This build order seems to have worked out fairly well for Hawky. He's holding on at this point, building up the MiG count. I'm guessing he has a couple more at this stage of the game. Firewalls are going to kind of fail on the side of the cliff. They do take out two of the tank hunters. All three of the tank hunters, in fact.
Very forward prop center. This doesn't exactly strike me as a defensible location. Generally, you want to see him on the edge of the map. So we'll have to see if this prop center gets taken out by a tech terror or in many other forms of attack.
Certainly possible. Mormug's going to be coming up, taking out these outposts as they push in. He's actually going to survive.
It's going to be an oil cap by the looks of it.
Yeah.
There's no red guard near here, but there is a barracks nearby, so that could be an oil cap pretty easily. Going for a quick prop center to go for a oil cap might be a bit tricky when you've already invested into these MiGs.
Hawky certainly doesn't have a lot of cash to spare at this stage in the game.
So this is a good idea, trying to cap something to force a response, but there are trucks nearby, so it will be a bit harder to actually get a cap off. Excuse me. Lotus as well can cap the oil, but the cash rebate has been claimed by Hawky.
A while to build that one back up. These tank gunners going to be denied, and a fairly strong presence in the middle of this map by Fargo. Here come the MiGs. And we go for the outpost. It's a nice shot.
Wow, this is Fargo's dozer?
Yeah.
What?
Going to deny all of the red guard as well. The capture bonus is still going to be available if Lotus can find a way over there.
So it looks like the dozer can outrun the dragon tank, but I do expect to see a MiG coming in any moment. But there is going to be some anti-air nearby in the form of 1 minigunner and 2 RPG troops, and actually an airfield from Fargo as well.
Probably the worst thing here is that the dozer probably should have died, because if this dragon tank has revealed the airfield, has it? Do we know?
Yeah, the range is huge. That's
Yeah.
one person.
Yeah.
Range in... Oh, no, maybe not.
Yeah, his dragon tanks in particular. Yeah, no, he hasn't. He hasn't seen it. Right on the edge of having seen it. That hasn't seen it. Oh, no, now he has. Right. Okay, I think the MiGs must have swooped in and seen
Yeah,
it. So,
you're right. The MiGs
yeah.
would have done. So you could have ran left with this dozer, but even he could have lost the airfield to that dragon tank. But the ECM was there in time, and I'm curious about these MiGs. Why did he actually go for them in the first place? Was it to have the air-to-air battles? Was it to try and take out the outpost of Hawky?
Actually gets the cash bonus as well from Fargo, sneaking the Lotus over to that right-hand side after she already caps the left-hand side also. A lot of economy here. He's going to be going for his command center as well. Yeah, I mean, I can see a few reasons. I feel like taking out these Tank Hunter blobs is going to be fairly important. It's one of the main shell crackers for Hawky as a kind of a follow-up to these MiG strikes. Or alternatively, you just wait until the tank hunters walk into Hawky's own firewall. That's also a method.
The red guard is chilling here, so this means he's probably going to be waiting for a big battle, and then he'll sneak that in for a cap while Fargo's distracted. Going for the command center will be better because it's further away from the supply trucks.
So once radar comes up, it should be pretty obvious to Fargo that it's there. Should expect radar pretty soon in this game.
Oh yeah.
MiGs are being active, which is nice. The ECMs are doing a lot of work in deflecting the shells. That's unfortunate. Shells deflected into either of the ECMs.
Yeah, it's like a perfect deflection. I'm just sick of how RNG is so much of a influence in 0 hour. Whenever I lose in 0 hour, it's always because of RNG.
100% of the time. Never a skill-based thing. Ooh, went for a crush on that red guard. Didn't find it though. Should be able to get the supply truck crush. Oh no! If the MiGs deny the trucks!
Oh, that's a clever idea.
But they don't get there in time.
Well, there's a truck there anyway.
The MiG's gonna respond?
The truck isn't actually doing anything. Is he? I
No!
don't, did he think he crushed it?
Did he
But
miss?
Oh, there we
Okay.
go. Okay, it's gonna be a close one, but he will deny that one.
I'm not sure where these MiGs ended up firing. Maybe on the airfield, potentially? One of them gets taken out. No, maybe on the supply. I'm not sure. No, I have no idea what they were going for. It would have been smart. Either of the trucks being taken out by the MiGs to allow the red guard to go for the caps.
Yeah, that would have been fantastic. And he didn't do it during a big fight. I thought that was going to be his plan. Either could have worked. We have seen players do that.
Finally, this oil is going to be capped back.
A lot of capping back and forwards in these oils.
Yeah.
Often we don't see that. Generally, the oils, once they're capped once, the opponent just blows them up. Oh, that's a firestorm.
Whoop, nice. Fargo recognizes that, pulls his army back. Some money from the middle, and it's going to be a nasty garrison capture by Hawky.
There's no dragon tank, so the supply could get focused down very quickly.
Yeah, truck's going to go down here as well. This could be a perfect time for a push. Hawky decides to go in. It's the time to start using those MiGs. There are so many tank hunters inside of the garrison.
Yeah,
There
here
are
they
the
come.
MiGs.
They go for the ECMs.
Yeah, that's good. One of them on fire, but still up and virtually no health is going to shut down the dragon tank.
Oh, the MiGs fly over the RPG troops.
Yeah, his tank gunner's going to take him out on the return trip. Oh, they're actually moving. huge mistake from Hawky. If they weren't moving, would have taken out all of the MiGs.
Yeah, only one went down.
Not enough minigunners in the area from the sounds of things as well. The handgunner's going to keep pushing forward, however, all the outposts are stealth.
He's finding them, though.
Yeah. And one minigunner finally does arrive. Oh, he might... No, he's not going to be taken out. Minigunner too strong. All the RPGs go down. There's the first RD strike of the game. Oh,
man, the RNG, I just can't even handle. Can't handle it.
Misplaced. I'm pretty sure that was misplaced. Then we're going to get 2 bad RNG with the RD strike, but that definitely should have taken out the War Factory.
Yeah, I don't know how it works exactly, but I'm assuming that each shell scatters randomly.
Yeah,
unless it's like
it does, but I've never seen a perfectly placed RD strike ever not kill a War Factory. Have you?
Well, I have now.
Of that level, yeah. I mean, we have now. I'm assuming it was not positioned directly in the center of the War Factory.
Oh, look at those players are holding hands. Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it is. They go back together as well. That's nice. Carpet Bomb turns to go back to his friend. Cute.
Yeah, Lotus on the field. The Super Lotus, in fact. The Dragon Tank survived because it was Vet 1?
Yeah.
Wow. With the MiGs, they don't do any damage versus Dragon... Like, the fire doesn't do any damage versus the Dragon Tanks. But the main rockets still do a little bit. So what does the Lotus prioritize?
I don't know. Oil to airfield, potentially?
Or
might be nice, but it also might be nice to get a couple of MiGs on the airfield and then look for the cap. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a bit hard to get much capping done with those MiGs circling the map. Oh, there's Lotus.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, something's revealed.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure Hawky saw that.
Oh, the command center, but I don't think it actually matters. This Lotus will get the cell.
Right,
the
nice.
War Factory, perhaps? MiG gonna be launching now, so maybe not. Oh, well, MiG.
No MiG.
Oh,
no, that's... She can still take out Lotus. Was it another cell? Hawky's got to be on the ball. He had an outpost ready to go. This is just mass caps.
So he doesn't actually cancel this. Oh, but yeah, being revealed by the outpost. Oh, see, that was close. It almost with a supply too. But very effective.
Certainly was. So, certainly the way to play with the Lotus. If you were watching there, just cap to cap, be instant. If there's no response from your opponent, keep forcing cells. So.
And losing the command center is pretty influential in those airfield battles, because one of the main reasons why MiGs end up being destroyed is because a Carpet Bomb and RD strike blows them up, and that's going to be GG.
Yeah. Really the turning point of that game, losing both the War Factory for the production and losing the command center for the...
Yeah, couldn't hold off
powers.
the push, could he?
Yeah, no. General's powers. Yeah, no, couldn't do it.
But actually, a big advantage of supplies for Fargo, just as last game I was saying that you rarely see that. So perhaps Hawky being a little bit rusty here. He didn't play that well, did he?
No. I mean, it's a pretty bold opener. The only reason that works against China Infantry is because of a really slow early game production and the fact that China just doesn't have scouting, which is a hell of an oversight. So you can kind of get away with that, but there are certainly builds that really punish that because it's
like
hard.
man spam.
Yeah, man spam would be pretty hard. Also, early assault, you gotta, if you find the value of an early assault troop crawler as well, and you get that out, and the MiGs aren't out in time, or you get an evac, the assault troop crawler just gets too close for a second round of shots from the MiGs, and then you lose all of the MiGs. Yeah. Straight up. And miniguns will also, unless there's a Dragon Tank coming out, you normally get a assault troop crawler in that situation and an attack outpost, so they both got through. They would have just slaughtered anything that Hawky had because he just didn't have enough of an army. Just splits your army up too much. It's like, I'll have a couple of tank hunters, and then I'll have one Dragon Tank, and at the same time I'm trying to build a MiG, and I'll try and build another MiG. It's just janky early game production. What you normally see in these games, I mean, as it turns out, it was a very well executed build order. So initially I was kind of about it, but Hawky made it work, and he made the MiG production start building up, which is the perfect way to deal with outposts. So he played it quite well, but that's certainly a losable situation because on those two supplies, you just don't have enough cash to produce, constantly produce from all three buildings, in addition to adding on additional supply trucks and everything else. It's just, you don't have that early game cash to spend, and what you'll always see in Zero Games is really efficient use of early game cash. That's why we see the command center sell. Only nets you an extra $1,000 cash, but it's really important to a lot of build orders.
I feel like MiGs are a investment that takes time to pay off, because one MiG doesn't do anything. You need two MiGs.
Yeah.
So then if for trying to tank, I mean, that's what, like almost $4,000 cash. And then the time that it takes. So getting the momentum, it can be difficult, but once you get them, you have 4 MiGs, then you're in a really good spot.
Yeah.
And it limits what your opponent can do significantly. But in that opening phase, you are a bit vulnerable, as you say. So, yeah, GG, well played. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.
Thank you.